as a company, when you do decide to go IPO, a lot of positives do come out of it, but coming to that conclusion does not come easy. There are a lot of factors when you think about going IPO, pricing like 100% as you go IPO. You want to make sure you can analyze the market and determine what price is right in order for your shares to sell at the proper amount in order to make the money that you desire. Because if you price them too high, you might not sell enough. If you price them too low, you would sell a lot, but you might not reach that return that you desire. Of course, as you do this, like no decision you make comes without making risks. That goes with everything in life, no matter what. But some of the risk when you go IPO, you have no guarantee of obtaining all the shares required. That is a risk because you may have, okay, we need to sell X amount of shares at $12 a share, but we might get Y number of shares instead of X. And not only that, there are other factors. It's not just based on your company's performance or the use. For example, 2020 of all things taught us this, that there are plenty of outside factors that can contribute to the price change of your stock. So if a COVID hits and small businesses unfortunately have to shut down to where they're not generating any profit, they're not using Square because they don't have the technology or the funds to use a normal credit card transaction to where they have to use Square. Well, Square is going to lose out on a majority of their use because all of these small businesses are no longer open. You have the pop and fizzle to where you might come out hot, but then start to fall down. And you got to worry about, okay, we might sell a lot on day one, but on week 3, are we really going to be having that much, or are we going to really be generating that much profit from our shares as we did on day one? And also, if your company isn't generating a lot of profits outside of the service fee, then it's going to be a little hard. But just probably the number one way to counteract all of these different risks would be to hire a management team, somebody that can analyze the market, that does their research, can analyze how to counteract all of the different ways that you can start strong, but rather than not finishing strong, start strong and finish strong, and finding different ways to kind of guarantee the shares, whether that's incentives or anything like that. And then how to kind of post countermeasures for outside factors. That can be ways to kind of help counteract the different risks of going IPO. As far as Square is concerned, there were a lot of different things that, while they had quite a bit of success, as far as having a CEO that is the CEO of 2 major companies, they might be successful, but they might not always give you 100%. As far as Jack Dorsey goes, like I would 100% probably swap my CEO for somebody that is 100% only in on this company. Not anything against Jack Dorsey. I just feel like it's better to have one hand in one basket committed than multiple hands in multiple different baskets and you're not committed. So I think that's just one way that Square could have done things a bit better.